Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach, and I finished the init feature for rocks or bug or however you want to call it. So that's all done. I've decided to let that rest, and I'll be pushing out a package as soon as I address this one, which is record support. So I am assuming that this won't work out of the box. What I am hoping for is that it's going to be really close, that the underlying machinery should be able to determine that the record is either a class or a struct, independent of it being a record, and tell me that, well, if it's a struct, you can't use it. If it's a record, just a record class, you can use it. The only thing that's going to be messed up is that it's going to say public or private sealed class as the mock, and it's going to have to change that to be private sealed record to inherit from the record, because you can only do that. So that is what I'm hoping for, is that this change will be really quick. But what do we know about quick changes? They're never quick. They're just never quick. So we're going to do record support, create that branch, and then we're going to make a test right away because I want to see just how far I have to go with this. So generators, yeah, we can do a new type here. We'll call this record create generator tests. Sounds good to me. Okay. Move that, do that. Come on, file scope namespaces. Get with the program here. So we're going to do one of these. Just grab that, because why not? Okay, so what we're going to say here is generate async. We're going to have the code to be a public record test. And we're going to have a public virtual void foo. Now, the thing I'm going in my head is, what is actually, is that valid? That should be valid. It's going to be a record that doesn't have anything in it, but you know, that should be just fine. Well, it's going to have something in it, but it's going to be really worthless. So if we say test, it should actually have something in it to find, which is the virtual void foo. It also, I think, toString and all the other ones as well. But you don't know what that is, do you? You do now. So this will be called test rock create generator. Now this will fail because we don't, you know, even if it does try to generate code, you know, we're saying it's an empty string more or less, or a white spaced empty string. But I want to see how far this does get, because again, I'm hoping that all I have to do is when I actually generate the type itself, that if it's a record, that we just put in the word record rather than class. Now, how do you determine, just like what I saw with init in previous episodes, you have to actually look at the set method and see, is init only? I don't know how we're going to be able to find out that this is a record, but that's okay. So let's see what this says. 2.1. Oh, that's cute. Well, this might be a little bit. Let's see if this does things and stuff. You know, I was hoping that it would say, well, it is a test. I mean, it is a record. Test is a record type, but it really is a class. So it would just work. And it has a public virtual void foo on it. So we should be able to say, and records are not sealed by default. So all of this should work, unless it's somehow throwing an exception somewhere. If it gets into the end unit thing, that means it just wasn't able to generate anything. Yeah, so, well, that's cute. So let's stop. Let's come over here. Let's go into rocks and let's say builders. You know what though? No, let's go into the generator. Let's first make sure that all the breakpoints are So let's, yeah, because we're looking for rock and create. We don't care about the actual type in it. And at some point we actually pull that out to say get target. So I'm going to put the breakpoint here. Let's close that, come here. Say run that under the debugger, and let's find out where this feels like it's not actually needing to do this as a thing, because that would stink. So we do get here. The node is an invocation express. Okay, I hit F10. And for some reason, that actually stopped Camtasia's recorder. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like hijacking. It shouldn't be. Is there like some weird, I don't know. Hopefully if I hit F10 again, it's not going to do that. Because I should be hitting the function key F10. Okay. I didn't realize that F10, as you get a countdown with Camtasia, it's saying press F10 to stop the recording. Don't do that, because F10 is step over in Visual Studio. Just let me hit the stop button over here that I've got as the controller. So now I'm going to actually have to like step over here. Okay, because that doesn't actually do F10 on my keyboard. That's annoying. So it does say it is test. No, don't hit F10. Jason, don't do that. And so we're going to go into here. We're going to get configuration values. And now we're going to go into generate mapping. Okay. So let's step over. That will stop here. Step into. Okay. And so now we're going to do validate. Is it sealed? No, it shouldn't be. Is it a name type symbol, and does it have open generics? Nope. Does it have it? No. Okay. Mockable constructors. We didn't find any. I think that might be a problem. No. Will it? Yeah. If this type to mock typecon is equal to a class and the constructor's length is 0, then we have no way to actually create it. Well, you know, I mean, if you're going to be picky about those kinds of things, then good to you. So I think all I need to do, though, is say like public test, and that would be just fine. I think that's all we need to add there is just a constructor. So let's do public test. Okay. And hopefully we're done this time. We'll still fail, but we're going to hopefully fail for a different reason. Now I have no idea how long this is because I accidentally stopped the recording twice. I think I'm probably around like what I see is 2 minutes, 30 seconds right now with this third times a charm recording. I think I have about 5 minutes, so I'm probably around 8. So just add 6 to that. That's good. Okay, so you fail. Yeah, but you still don't do the same thing. So let's do delete all breakpoints. Let's come into here. So we should be able to get that far now. Let's debug. And don't hit F10, Jason. F10 is evil. F10 is bad. Don't hit it. We have to use the toolbar, which I don't use at all. This is where the toolbar comes into play. Okay, so if I say step over, we should get 1 now. Oh, God, we don't. Why? It's that next statement. Now let's step into. Sure, whatever. So type kind is what? Error. Well, that's a little disconcerting. Why would it be an error? Oh, boy. What did I just say? What did I just say about this taking way too long? candidate symbols, raw view. You just like, it's like it's really confused it. Like it doesn't know what to do with it. That doesn't make any sense. Is type, it is a type, can be reference containing type, there's no containing type, containing symbol, mock test, is definition, yep. Error type, why would it be an error? That is really bizarre. Type kind is error. Okay, I'm really confused. Why are you so confused by this? I mean, if I just build this, this should build. This is a valid type. This is a valid thing. This is running under .NET 6. I am assuming that this is being compiled with something that would understand what a test is. I'm sorry, what a record is. If I look at the syntax visualizer for this, it should know that it is a record declaration. And view type symbol. You are not a type symbol? Really? Get attribute, get documents, extension methods. Might contain extension methods. That might be something I want to keep in mind for something I want to do in the future. Non-error named type symbol. Close this. Well, it was coming out as a type symbol. It is a type. Again, something that I thought would just be really, really simple is like painful to say the least. Why is this such a pain? This type to mock is mock tests. If I say this type to mock kind, saying it's an error type. Why? Is value type. This should be false. Does it understand that it's a class? No, I wouldn't know that. Because this is just an I type symbol. It's not actually a I. Well, what is it actually? Get type full name. We have an error type symbol. Well, that ain't good. So somewhere in the rock create generator, because we get the target and we're saying as a type argument. And that doesn't take any cast because that is like a type that's being passed into the thing. And so it's saying it's a type. Oh boy. You know what? Hold on. Okay. I made a mistake and I learned some things. I was about to get to this point anyway, but I had to stop the recording. This was named test. That's named test. It was getting very, very, very confused and not happy. I was about to just pull all this code into a separate project and say, why doesn't this work? And then I realized, oh, the names are, that would be a problem. But the other thing I found out is that there's a property on iType symbol called isRecord. So that's probably what we need to look for now. So when I do mock information and I don't think any of these other ones care. Like if I say get mockable constructors, can you actually, there you go. So the thing I care about is the type kind equal to that, or self.type kind is equal to, is there a type kind record? No, there is not. But I think, okay, I think now let's just run it again, because I think the problem was because it was an error and it had no, like it was just giving back class as false because there was two types defined as a class, and so that's why we got this error type symbol or whatever. And it was confusing it. Let's just see now if it actually generates any code or not, or if it still has a problem. Yeah, see, now we're generating code. That's much, much better. Okay, so let's come over here, plop that in, take this off, and let's put this here. And I bet the one thing that we're going to have to care about is this. That has to say record. But I bet if we do that, it will just work. Okay, everything will just work. Because we can say instance, you know, there should be nothing different from what we're doing. Though, oh, that's cute. It picked up the constructor where it's actually passing in its original, which I think that basically says we want to set everything to the original. So that has to be there. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But the numbers match. I don't know why it's... Okay, there's... Oh, God. Yeah, that's not going to be... That's not going to be a method that we can do. Equals, get hash code, toString, foo. Yeah, it's probably going to bark at us because the clone method is not one that we can do. But it shows up as a name of a virtual method. So we want to put it in there. It's never easy, is it? It is never easy. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is when we are actually generating the mock type. So let's say create. This would also be for the make as well. So here we want to say var kind is equal to information. No, we want to, I got it. Type 2 mock is record. We're going to want to say record. Otherwise, we're going to say class because those are the only two options. Okay, so then we're going to take this kind here and we're going to plop it in here. Okay, and I think that's all we need to do here. But we're also going to want to do it in the make. So when we have a mock make builder, yep, same thing here. There. That actually takes care of all that, except now we have the problem where what we want to do is not have the clone method. How do you say something is not human, is is it a speakable method? I think that's the phrasing that I've heard in C# world. Because if you've ever seen the generated code for top-level statement programs, there's like a main method that does not have a speakable main name. But how do I know it's not speakable? Because then I don't want to actually include it. This is also going to be a problem. Is it speakable? Well, is speakable? I highly doubt it. But this is just, yeah, we don't care. So we'll just say self method dot is speakable. Nope. Self method name can be referenced by name. What does that mean? And I think that's actually on symbol. Yeah, I mean, what does that actually mean? Returns true if this symbol can be referenced by its name in code. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to see there's a can be referenced by a name property. I don't know if that's the thing that I'm actually looking for, but I want to see when we get the clone name what that actually is. And I can't hit F10. Oh my God, this is going to bug me. So for each type, which one is this? Equals. Okay. So I think if we get into here, that's fine. So I think now if we say F5, that should we now be able to just so this is equals get hash code to string. That's the foo method. It's a toString. Get hash code equals clone. Now here's the one that we care about, okay? So if I say here, clear all this. If I say hierarchy method can be referenced by name, false. Darn it. I wasn't looking at the rest of them. So, yeah, I know. Okay. Go away. Stop. And now here. No, here. No. What I do want to look at, though, is can be referenced by name. Is that a property that should return true for all the others? If I get in here, what is it now? Yep, and that is no hierarchy method, that's equals. And now we're at get hash code, which I don't think we're going to easily be able to see, like can be, because we'd have to, yeah, that'd be too hard. But we can. Next one is toString, and we can. So just me being thorough. That one, we can. That one, we can. Get hash code. I don't know if it's actually like equals. Should be able to. Yep. That one should be able to. This one, we can't. There we go. Okay, so the way I'm reading this is that if it can be referenced by name, then we should include it. So this is actually another interesting point in that to be even more bulletproof against other stuff, we're going to want to add this into all the things that we're doing in mock information to say, get me mockable methods, give me mockable events. Are these things that can be referenced by name? So I think what I'm going to do is stop this episode, put that, and then in the next one, we'll put that check in for all of these and say, the constructors, no, probably not. But the properties, especially methods, properties, methods, and events, put those in, start everything up again, run all the tests. Nothing should fail because this is the only time that we've run into this. We've never run into this before. So this should just work for everything. Okay. Then, and this should actually work now for records because we've just changed it when you're emitting the mock type, whether it's a make or create, it should work now for records too. But we do need to not have that weird clone method. So we will do that in the next episode. So thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.